today, welcome back. Today we are going to be making Manoush dough, like pizza dough. So it's very easy, pretty much like any other dough that you could probably find on the internet. But this is just how we make it for when we make Manoush. Manoush is like a Lebanese pizza, different types. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So let's jump straight into it. Let me run you through the ingredients of what you're gonna need. In this bowl, I got plain flour with a nice pinch of salt. I got here, I'll explain that, let me, after. Here I got yeast, you need oil, and you obviously need water, warm water. So this one here is called mahlab. It's a spice, I don't know. I just know it's used in a lot of like doughs and stuff that a lot of Arabs and Middle Eastern cultures make, I should say. So I add a little of that to it. It's called mahlab, if I didn't say it already. But yeah, you can find that at like your local or Middle Eastern grocer type place. So yeah, so what I'm gonna do, and you're also gonna need a little bit of sugar to help feed the yeast. So let's jump straight into it, guys. So you could totally do this in the stand mixer. I'm not, because some people might not have one, and I'm not bothered to get mine anyway, so I'm just gonna do it in this. So what are we gonna do first, so we can start to bloom the yeast? Activate the yeast. I'm gonna pour my oil straight. You can use any type of oil. I'm using olive oil. You can use canola, whatever floats your boat. Maybe not coconut. I don't know. I've never used it, but you do you. So while that's there, you're gonna need some water to bloom your yeast. Activate. So get yourself some warm water. Not too hot, not too cold, because of the yeast won't activate. And if it's too hot, you'll kill it. So I'm just gonna add some sugar. That's like a teaspoon, literally, to the water, because it helps feed the yeast. And then I'm gonna add 1 teaspoon of yeast to it. And just give that a nice little mix up. You can use instant yeast. I'm pretty sure this is instant yeast, so it is. So, but I still like to bloom it. Now, set that aside, and into the bowl where you poured your oil, just add a little bit of mahlab. I'll have it all written down in the description below. Now, it's time to get our hands dirty. While that is doing its thing, the yeast is gonna activate. You wanna, like this, if you could see, in the bowl I have the oil, well, I've kind of mixed it in now. But you just wanna grab your hands and rub the oil and the flour together to distribute the flour. And yeah, so try not to get it on yourself like I just did, but yeah, just rub it in throughout the dough. Yeah, and then I'll show you the next step once I've done this and the yeast is bloomed. Yeah, that's it, guys. Alright, so the oil is distributed throughout it. So I was just doing this like I showed you before, rubbing it through my hands, trying to get as much clumps out of it as I could. Alright, so now I got my yeast. It is frothing up. I'm gonna just make a little well in the middle of the dough and pour it all in. You may need more water, you may not, depending on the humidity, blah blah blah, around your area. And now I'm just gonna go in with my hand and start to bring it all together. I can tell already. Mine is gonna need more. So let me quickly grab some. Don't add like the extra water all in at once because you don't wanna add too much in. So I'm gonna keep kneading this until it fully comes together and I'll show you what it looks like when it's done. Alright guys, so I ended up adding around 2 cups of water altogether, including the yeast water, to this dough. The recipe does call for like 1.5 cups to 2 cups, so I ended up having to put 2 cups in today. Yeah, so I mixed it as much as I could in a bowl, then I turned it out and started kneading it onto the bench for around 10 minutes or so, because if you're not using a machine, you gotta put in the work and use your arms, good arm workout. So that's what I've been doing the last 10 minutes, just kneading it until it comes into a beautiful, get the bits off my hand, beautiful smooth ball, because that is what you want. Beautiful smooth ball. So I'll just knead it a couple more times, to properly come together. Well, it is together, but like, you know, just to make sure. Alright. And it's not a sticky dough. So like if you obviously add too much water, it will, but that'll be alright. You can add a bit more flour if you like, or leave it a bit tacky, but it is beautifully smooth. Let me just bring it together. Alright. Beautiful. Alright, so in the bowl we used, I'm going to add some olive oil. And I'm just going to push it in there and rub it all over it like that. And now let it rest for 1 to 2 hours to let it rise, obviously. So yeah, I'll meet you back here when it's done and I'll show you what it looks like in 1 to 2 hours. So the dough has been rising for about 2 hours, I think. And as you can see, I'll obviously show you close up. It has doubled in size, which is what you want. And yeah, it's perfect to make pizza if you want, manoush if you want, you know. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm gonna show you in another video how to make something that I like, and you have to tune in for that one. And yeah, thanks so much for watching. I'll catch you guys next week.